We build structures for birds or animals for lots of reasons. What is really clear is that you need a damn shelter. We have 3 right now, and they are all different. You may not believe that they are on the same farm. However, the principles that guide construction of all these different shelters are the same. And guys, if you've already subscribed, I guess you now know. I believe in the natural. I think that's the easiest way to solve most of our problems. So, whereas we are talking about constructing a poultry structure and all, I'm going to add some principles that are a bit natural to make it work. Building a poultry shelter is a job in itself. Of course, you can do whatever you want. I mean, it's your money, they are your birds, it's your losses or your profits. But if you're guided, you can actually do it right and be able to get the most out of it without making obvious mistakes. The way you construct the shelter depends on what you want to keep there. And one thing that is common for most of the birds is aeration. Typically, in a poultry shelter, you will keep many, tens, maybe hundreds of birds in one single shelter. So they really need a lot of ventilation. If you don't do ventilation, man, you will pay the price for it. Most of those other diseases, their severity and occurrence can be prevented or at least minimized when you have good hygiene and good aeration. So you need a lot of ventilation. But aeration is not the only thing. You also need the birds usually protected from bad weather conditions. So you just need a roof over the birds really. Iron sheets is what we use. The other thing to think about to provide shelter is shade trees. We have a couple of shade trees on our farm, primarily to protect them from such conditions. The shade trees do a wonder. These free-ranging birds, when it rains, some of them go back to the shelter, but others, they don't. So the shelter is more than an iron sheet. It's more than a roof. There are also trees. Maybe the other thing to think through, and for me this is why I try to talk a little bit about permaculture whenever I can, because regardless of what your beliefs and fundamentals are, you cannot run away from nature, because nature addresses its problems much easily. The trees don't just provide shade, they also provide a windbreak. For a house and shelter like the one that I'm seated in right now, the wind comes and sweeps through. But I know some of you who are in places where you have quite some strong wind. Sometimes when you get a heavy downpour, the wind can come and just carry the roof away with it. This shelter has been standing for more than a year, and not just because it's strong. It's surrounded by lots of trees. Guys, you know the living fence that we have, right? Just check the link in the video description. But then the third thing you want to protect from intruders coming and stealing your birds, security purposes, that would have come naturally to all of us. All of us know. People steal. I mean, people steal, right? But not just people, so are animals. They are predators. I'm up country. And like you know, I have been struggling with the mongoose. Oh God. It comes and steals the chicken, and it's been a hassle, especially in the earlier times when we were starting the living fence. I remember I was actually lamenting. If you know how to trap a mongoose and how to deal with it, kindly put a comment. You can check it in the video description. What the heck? Those animals were giving me a hard time. Yeah, you want to protect against such predators as well. You want to protect from snakes. Okay, not just that. You also want to keep other birds from coming inside the shelter. Because these other birds usually carry diseases which don't affect them. They are carriers, like they have a disease, they can transmit it, but the disease is kind of not affecting them. Can you imagine? You don't want to risk that. So you want to just put a mesh to keep those birds out. The bigger chain link is for security purposes, to protect from predators coming in. But the smaller one is essentially to protect from the tiny birds, wild birds, from flying in and bringing disease. We also put, for the first 1 meter, you cover it up so that a rat cannot climb up or it cannot pass through. For example, you can see on this particular shelter, there is no way a rat can climb from down to up, or a snake. There's no way it can enter this particular shelter. But the best way of ensuring that it's as secure as possible is to ensure someone stays really near, so that if there is someone fidgeting around to, break in, cut the chain link, that person can wake up and then be able to intervene. You want the birds to get the light, but not too much light. So you don't want the sun to be directly hitting into the shelter, because then it will be too hot, and that's not nice on the birds. So you block out the direction where the sun rises from and then where it sets from. In a setting like mine, I'm in a tropical climate, guys. If you're in a different place, you guys may have very little sunshine, and so once it's there, you're trying to maximize it. For us, the sunshine is actually more than enough. It's excessive, and it can have a tremendous effect. So you ensure that the blocked ends are directed towards the direction where the sun rises from and where it sets, and then you just have light coming in from the side. All the shelters on the farm are made in a way that they can easily harvest water. So they are V-shaped with the water collected right in the middle, because on this farm we do believe in water harvesting, and that's the work in progress. But one of our first steps is to ensure that the structures are designed to easily collect that water. And so that's why we design our roofs like that. All the roofs of the farm shelters are exactly like that. We have 3 dam shelters. All of them actually satisfy the need. They are well aerated, they are well sheltered, and they are well protected. Is there something you've liked? Which one impresses you the most? Keep those comments coming in, and remember to like and to subscribe. But don't go away, because in the next clip, you will understand why each of these shelters is different. It's about the money, guys. See you.